Hey guys, welcome to another pick a card. This one is going to be all about what are you being prepared for? Today I'm going to be pulling as I go, and I have 3 cards before you that are going to be your psychic linking object. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you each card up close so you can get a better vibe of each group, and I will see you beautiful, magical creatures on the other side. Bye, guys.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the...
Hey, Group 1, all of you that selected the Grimalkin, this is going to be your reading all about what are you being prepared for. Now, this card has matriarchal energy. It has crone energy, okay? And it can be very much about getting out of your own way. It can be about blazing a trail. And it can be about not clinging to the past and also allowing others to make mistakes, even though you may have the wisdom to help them, and kind of being a soft place for people to fall. All right. Be sure to take what resonates and leave the rest behind and use your own good discernment. Okay. Your own good discernment is very important in all tarot readings. All right. Okay, so let's place this beautiful card here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card from the Ask Your Angels Oracle. And we're going to find out about the timing and what's going on, what the path is, what you're being prepared for. Tell me about my Group 1. What are they being prepared for? What is the timing here? Okay, we got 3 cards. I'm going to take them. We have Take Action. Okay. We have Don't Stop. All right. Let's see that there. And we have Ask Your Angels. Okay, so I feel like many of you probably work with angels. Maybe you pray or chant. It doesn't have to be a religious doctrine kind of angel, although it could be saints as well. You also may be in some kind of craft or alternative religion or practice where you work with angelics. And I feel their presence kind of pulling in for this matriarchal kind of energy. Now, this card also speaks of we all have matriarchal crone energy. It's not a gender thing, it's an energy thing. We have to let go of the preconceived notions of gender, okay, especially when it comes to energy, but really in all things, okay. We all have aspects within ourselves that are feminine and masculine and blendings of each, okay, and they are equally important in our stasis as a human being, and each person's balance in that will be different, okay, because we're unique individuals. I feel like whatever you're doing, you're being encouraged to stay in flow, okay? Don't give up. Some of you guys may be feeling a lot of doubt. I feel like you've put a lot of energy into this. I also feel like with this Don't Stop and this Grimalkin card, some of you guys may be clinging to a way of doing things. And I don't necessarily see it as a stubbornness, like I don't want to change, more as a safety thing. It's safe. It feels protected. It feels, to some of you, and I understand this, routine, sameness gives us comfort. And in times like these, we need those things. But there's something that you're being guided to do that they really want you to take action on. And we have a Pegasus here. When I see a Pegasus, this came out in another reading, I'm always reminded that this is a miraculous type energy. Pegasus energy, for me, I always read this as miraculous energy, as energy that the universe is giving to you, that is limitless. It's like raw energy of good, I want to say good luck, of blessings, okay? All right, let's find out more about this energetic flow that's coming towards you, that you're being prepared for. Because I feel like keep doing what you're doing, okay? But also some of you who are clinging to your old processes and there's something that they're needing you to change or take action on, you're being encouraged to do that. So don't stop, don't give up, and don't be afraid of change, okay? All right. I know it's hard to pivot. Maybe you have, some of you guys have pivoted and it hasn't worked out the way you thought, okay? Understand that change takes time, and it takes time to manifest the effects of that change, okay? Don't be in such a hurry. Enjoy your journey. The journey is the whole point of being here. You're going to get to where you get to, okay? All right, let's get a few more cards here. Tell me more about what my group 1 is being prepared for. We have oneness. You may be drawn to the unity card. That is group 2. I haven't read that one yet, but I'm feeling this oneness energy. Okay, tell me about this oneness. See this pathway? It's like a straight shot there to this tunnel of light, this beacon of light. Ooh, tell me about this. I want to know. We want to know about this beacon of light. We want to know. Okay, I'm going to pull from this tarot deck. No reversals. Tell me about the oneness. The oneness with what? I feel like the action is going to lead to this oneness. This is what you're being prepared for, this path of oneness. Oneness with what? One more shuffle. Okay. And a knock. And one more. Okay. All right. Okay. And another. And the bottom is the first card. We have the 9 of Cups. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful energy. That's success. And what I'm feeling here with the Kraken is like the Kraken to me in this card, it is commanding the ocean. It is in control. Okay, it's taking control of the ship, right? It's leading the way. The Kraken is in its natural element and is master and commander. All right, and I feel like there's a lot of fearlessness here with this 9 of Cups. Tell me more. A 9 of Cups is success. It's being proud of where you are. It's a sense of, it's not the 10 of Cups, but it is the 9 of Cups of being fulfilled in what you do. It can also be a wish fulfillment. But it feels like a wish fulfillment around like a career or the traditional 9 of Cups, is the innkeeper, sitting in front of a bunch of cups, looking very proud. And I feel like that's the energy here. Only there's a sense of like, especially with this action here, like I did that. I followed guidance. I didn't give up, and I did that. Like a sense of pride in your confidence, a sense of validation in what you've done, a sense of understanding your gifts and abilities, of being validated on your journey. Okay, tell me more about this 9 of Cups situation. Tell me more. Okay, we're going to take the bottom and the top. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the wheel is turning. Tell me more. The 3 of Swords. Okay. So what I'm feeling is the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. And I feel like this 3 of Swords, and I got to tell you, this 3 of Swords feels odd to me because it has this alien creature on it. And it feels like what's going on right now is this Three of Swords has to do with your doubt. It has to do with this blocking energy that has kept you from taking this action. And I feel like that is being healed. Tell me about it. We have the Two of Cups. Okay. And I'm hearing like it's time for you to know self. That's part of what's going on. I feel like some of you guys have gone deeper into your heart chakra. The Three of Swords feels to me like heart work, like deep heart-centered work about knowing self with the Two of Cups, about knowing what you really want. Some of you guys are redefining what this oneness is. It feels like oneness with a wish fulfillment that gets redefined along the way. Like this Nine of Cups started off as one thing and it will manifest as another, not because the universe doesn't think you deserve that one thing. It's actually going to be more fulfilling, and there's going to be more oneness, wholeness with it, because you're going to redefine it after a heart chakra healing, and that's what you're being prepared for. I feel like some of you guys, that's where the doubt is coming from. That's where this hesitation to pull the trigger on something. Tell me more about this heart chakra healing. It feels almost like a sidestep to you guys. Like perhaps there's been a pause in what this Nine of Cups, what you're working towards, what you're wanting. And you may be feeling like this wheel, see how he's turning on this wheel, the Inquisitor here, and it's like turning slowly, and it's been just a grind. It's been almost a pain. And it just feels like you're stuck in this Three of Swords energy of doubt, of being unsure. And you may be going about the work of working this pathway. You know, you haven't stopped, but there's just some kind of almost energetic pause, or it's as if the energy is being affected by this deeper level of doubt within you. And your heart chakra is going deeper into where are those doubts coming from? Why are you doubting yourself? And there's a reflection on like how far you've come, what you've been through. It feels very deep. It feels painful. And in order for you to align with this wholeness, with this more fulfilling manifestation, this is part of what's happening. And for some of you, you may not be aware this is what's going on, but you may be finding yourself very sad, very reflective. You may be thinking about, relationships in the past that you haven't thought about in a very long time. You may be finding yourself reflecting on your own toxic behavior, and it may be very difficult at this time. And you may be finding yourself like taking personal inventory, and understand what you're doing is you're redefining what this success, what this wish fulfillment is. What is it? What is this victory that the wheel is turning to? What is it going to be? And I feel like it's not going to be a shallow thing. It's going to be very satisfying. Like if it's success in your business, it's not just like you receive money, you receive deep emotional fulfillment by this oneness, this wholeness of this manifestation. So it's deeper. And so there's an action. That action that you are called to take leads you down a very beautiful and intense road. I'm feeling this card. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay. And for many of you, how you know the wheel is turning is you're going to get clarity on this action. You are going to know when to move. It's going to be instinctual. We have an eclipse coming up in Libra, and we have one in Taurus. And I feel like after either the Libra or the Taurus, many of you will find clarity. It will just come. It won't be something you force. It won't be something you're confused about. It will just be a natural manifestation, and you'll see the road. You'll see the pathway. And I feel like there will be a lot of reassurance, okay? Especially angelic, all right? This is like a high vibe energy here. because I feel like a lot of you are going into like crone energy, wisdom energy. A lot of you are moving into like mentor, teacher energy. And that's why you're going into like this deep layer of heart chakra healing. Okay, because some of you guys are going to help others heal theirs. Because there's a lot of very traumatized people in the world right now. Now, healing can take different forms. I don't want you to get locked into the stereotypical healing. You know, you can heal with music, you can heal with laughter, you can heal and be a nurse, you can heal and read tarot. There's all sorts of ways to heal people. Okay, so don't get locked up into some, stereotypical idea of healing. Okay, what's healing to one person is not healing to another. Okay, we're all very different. I'm going to take this card. We have, you are coming out of a caterpillar phase. Okay, so you are preparing to blossom, to butterfly. Okay, there is a glow up for many of you coming. Tell me more. I feel ancestors pulling around now. Tell me more. Any more messages? Okay, we have 2, 3 that wanted to come out. Okay. We have, you didn't lose a friend, you just realized you never had one. So I feel like some of you guys, there are connections that are going to probably be leaving your life, or perhaps they already have. Some of you guys are learning what is true friendship. You're learning and redefining your relationships, not just friendships, but all of your relationships. You're redefining what is a friend, how to be a friend, what kind of friends you want in your life, what kind of relationships you want in your life. And all of this is being done to help you get down this road to wholeness and fulfillment, okay? That's what you're being prepared for. We have, don't go broke trying to look rich. And I feel like the focus on money, and I feel like the money is a side effect of this goal towards wholeness, to fulfillment, to happiness, to feeling enriched by what you do. And the focus on appearances, on vapidness or shallowness, I feel it just like going away, being removed. It's as if like the depth within our heart chakra blossoms and butterflies, and it's as if we wear our soul as clothes. And that's what a matriarch does. The wisdom of a matriarch is like the cloth of royalty is what I'm hearing. So, you'll be wearing a crown, a spiritual crown, if you will. So it won't matter what kind of shoes you wear. Okay. And I feel like there's just an air here of like really moving towards a wholeness and a fulfillment in your life. And resources, money, that's all going to come with it. Like that's all going to be just a side effect. What I'm seeing is this path. And as you go down this path, it's like we have boxes and money just kind of like being set aside on this path for you. Okay. There are some things money can't buy, like manners, morals, and integrity. This is part of what makes you stand out. I feel like a lot of you follow your gut. You follow your intuition, and you have good intentions. And I feel like this makes you stand out. There's a lot of people who pander to, doing what's popular or doing what they think people want to hear, or saying what people want to hear, that kind of thing. And hey, do what you need to do. But I feel like you guys do what you feel guided to do. And that is one of your morals. That is part of your integrity. And eventually, that is going to shine through all the other vapid and shallow energies, okay? Because you can only pander so long. You can only be shallow so long and not show depth and not be authentic so long before other people see through it. And before the person who's doing it, they start to see the reflection of the vapid and shallowness, and that mask is real ugly. And you know that because many of you have shed those masks and you understand that. So you understand that a lot of people who are in that kind of vibe, they're going to have a moment where they meet their mask, they meet their mirror, and they become horrified. They try to start doing things more authentically, and it backfires because they have pandered for so long. They faked it for so long that their real self, their authentic truth, their real face is not acceptable to the people they've pandered to. So it's almost like they have to start all over. It's a whole other game. So for people who have maintained their authenticity and followed their gut, they don't have to do that because as they go towards their wholeness, their fulfillment, they draw to them people, places, things, inspirations, opportunities that align with their authenticity. So there's no do-over. There may be pivots, there may be changes, but there's no do-over because you've always been authentic to yourself. So you're preparing for a wholeness and fulfillment in what you do, and a leveling up of, I feel like, your abilities, moving into this crone energy, this matriarchal energy where you're a mentor, you're a teacher. And I feel like the focus on, if you have a business and you're focused on more clients, I feel like your focus is going to change. And that may shock you because you're like, well, how am I going to put food on the table? The food is going to fly magically and be on your table. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like a cake. Because cake, I love cake, y'all. The cake just flies on the table. The donuts just fly on the table. I love donuts, okay? So they just fly, land on the table for you, okay? Because your focus becomes wholeness, fulfillment. It becomes doing the work that you came to do. And many of you guys are healers, okay? You are, quote unquote, light workers. I hesitate to use that label because I feel like it can be very toxic, just like all labels can be toxic, okay? I feel like a lot of you guys came to help people in whatever label form you want to say, okay? Some of you guys are shamans, you're artists, and like I said, healing takes different forms. Some of you guys came to be nurses and doctors and, counselors. And there's all different kinds of things. And great moms and great dads and great parents who raise amazing children that are coming through in this new generation, So I feel like your pathway starts to focus more on heart-centered things, on deeply fulfilling things. And the universe is going to start manifesting the resources, the gifts, the money, the opportunities for you as you align to your heart-centered truth. All right, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated and was helpful. If it was, please leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey group 2, all of you that selected the Unity card, this is going to be your reading all about what are you being prepared for. So this card is about finding your group, being supported in a healthy way, not in a codependent way. It's about moving away from others in a way that's parasitic. And not relying on others in a way that makes you feel like dependent, okay? It's empowering. It's like finding your tribe. Also, I feel like it can be about the universe supporting you, feeling supported by the universe. Many of you guys may not really be feeling like you're being supported right now. Perhaps things haven't been going your way. I feel like this group has had issues with relationships. Haven't we all, y'all? Be sure to take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. I'm going to get a few cards from the Ask Your Angels to tell me about the situation. Tell me, what is my group 2 being prepared for? What is my group 2 being prepared for? All right, I'm going to get 3 cards. Give me 3 cards for my group 2. 3 cards. We got 1, 2, and I'm going to take that middle one. Okay. All right, we have forgiveness. Okay. We have listen to your intuition. Okay. And get more information. All right. Now, what I feel with this forgiveness card is this has a lot to do with yourself. Okay. I feel like you guys with this unity card here, um, and we have like codependency with this card. We have like toxic behavior with others. And many times, hey, I have toxic tendencies. We all have toxic tendencies. So this really isn't about calling you out. We're all human. We're all flawed. And when we get backed in a corner, many times we do toxic things, okay? Or when we feel like we're being backed in a corner, okay? And many times when we're in bad situations, it brings out the worst in us, okay? And I feel like for many of you, you're going through a process where you're like having to forgive yourself for some of the things you've done in some bad situations, okay? And you may be on some level forgiving others. That doesn't mean you're validating what they did. It doesn't mean it's okay. It means you're letting go of it. That's how I'm reading it. Like you're surrendering it to the universe. You're getting closure by understanding there may not be any closure. And for some of you, this forgiveness has to do with yourself. Because I feel like group 2, for a lot of you, there's been some, almost self-torture emotionally. And I felt this in another reading about someone who really has just put themselves through a lot because of perhaps some of your actions in relationships. And you have to understand that for some of you, your brain worked differently because it was in a different state. You may have been in a heightened state of trauma because of things you've been through. I am not giving excuses for your behavior. I'm explaining it to you. And if you need professional help, please go seek it. I'm just a woman with a gift and I'm sharing it with you. And they're professionals for a reason. They have coping mechanisms to help you deal with these things. Okay. But we all have, good and bad. Not bad. These are labels, okay? These are just human behaviors that we all do. And I feel like for some of you, you've had an unrealistic expectations of your own behavior. And so when you feel that you've been toxic, when you become aware of your own toxic behavior, you've held yourself to such a high standard of that behavior and you've been so horrified of the things you've done that some of you guys have been punishing yourself or have been really nasty to yourself. And it has in some ways perhaps made you isolate and has caused you to get distance. The distance isn't just with others, it's with yourself. It's almost like you've put yourself in some kind of isolation and timeout. And I hear quarantine, like you've quarantined yourself so you can't hurt anybody else. But that's not the answer, right? You can't quarantine yourself. You are dehumanizing yourself. Okay. You're not making things better for yourself or your loved ones or for anyone. And I feel like part of what's opening for you, part of what you're being prepared for, is the re-entry of people into your life, like close relationships, friends. I feel like some of you guys have tried to have friendships. You've tried to have good relationships with people. And for whatever reason, you kept drawing a certain kind of person. It may have been an addictive personality, perhaps an obsessive personality. Perhaps you just drew people who used you or you got into toxic behaviors with. And I feel like you're working through this. This is what you're being prepared for, okay? There's going to come a time where this isolating energy, this self punishment that you're going through is going to go away. Okay. And I feel like spirit is bringing with this get more information. I feel like spirit is going to want to encourage you when people approach you. Okay. There may be a intense kind of compulsion for you to open up too quickly. And it's because of everything you've been through and how isolated you've been. And there is advice here for you to pause. When you meet someone that you feel connection with, sit in that beautiful energy of that magnetic attraction and don't rush it. Okay? Get more information about the person. Allow that chemistry to just kind of build. Okay? Get used to that energy. Make friends with it. For you, your intuition is going to be your guide. Your gut is very strong. Your intuitive hits are very strong, and you're learning to trust yourself more about people. And that's why it's very important that you take your time and you learn more about people's energy. You learn what the energy is that you're feeling, and you work through it, because everyone you meet isn't going to be this group. Okay, you're going to run into people who aren't part of this group. And part of your learning process is to weed out the people that aren't for you. Okay, there will be people that feel weird to you that are your people. Okay, so it will be a refining of your intuition when it comes to people. It will be a refining of your ability to read people's energy and learning to trust yourself and trust relationships and trust people again, which is extremely difficult. And I understand that. So let's pull some tarot. Nope, I'm going to pull one other card. Okay, so tell me more about what group 2 is being prepared for. Tell me more. Different deck. Okay. All right, this one. Okay, knock it. Shuffle it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then the bottom one. Okay. We have sunrise. Oh, this is beautiful. It's like after the darkness, after the time of separation, after the isolation, after this deep soul work where you're letting go of all the, it's almost like you have held your own toxicity against yourself. Like the things you've done, you've held yourself accountable to the point where you've punished yourself. You've done without. And even in relationships. So if you're in a relationship, I feel like a lot of you guys have kept yourself at a certain space. It's almost like you haven't allowed yourself to be happy. Aw, you guys, you need to allow yourself to be happy. You deserve happiness. You deserve love. You deserve to have a group of people who love and appreciate you. And I feel like that's what you're being prepared for, is your group. You're not going to be alone forever. Okay, this is part of your healing pathway. And I know some of you are like, I'm better off alone. I get that. Okay, but you deserve to have good connections in your life. It is part of your healing, learning to trust people. That's how you're going to come full circle. Not by isolation, okay? Not by keeping people away because you think you're so toxic, okay? You're not. You're a human being who has been through a lot of stuff, okay? And now the next stage of your journey, what you're being prepared for, is the allowing of people into your life and learning about how to meet people, learning how to bring good friends into your life, and learning how to know who's for you and who's not. It's about you learning how to not fall into those old patterns again. It's a learning process, and that's okay. It's okay to be learning. That's what life's about. This one, the 8 of Pentacles. This one, the 9 of Cups. Beautiful. This one, the Queen of Swords. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords here. All right. So I feel like it's really important, in order for you to really become proficient with the 8 of Pentacles here, becoming proficient with discernment, with clarity, for you to take your time, okay? Pay attention to the vibe of what people say, Okay. Pay attention to what people say. People tell you who they are. Accept that. Don't look for deeper meanings with people. Allow people to tell you who they are. Okay. Some people will flat out tell you exactly what a horrible person they are. And they'll disguise it as like a funny joke or a funny story. Okay. And allow this to happen slowly. Don't rush it. Okay. And you'll find as you engage people more and more that you'll pick up on it quicker. Okay. I tell you, everyone shows the truth of themselves if you let them talk about themselves. Okay. And you pay attention. You have to pay attention and let people talk. We have the Nine of Cups here. If you'll do that, I feel like you will have more successful relationships. You will find your people, okay? They will come to you. I also think it's very important that when you open the door, that you aren't harsh with your words, okay? Queen of Swords can be very cutting, okay? You're going to have to let down the barrier. You're going to have to change your boundaries. You're going to have to redefine your boundaries to let people in. And I understand it's scary, okay? I know it's terrifying. I understand this. And this can take time. This is what you're being prepared for. So a negotiation of your personal boundaries can be very scary. Just take your time. This Eight of Pentacles, I feel it takes time. It's, it's work. It's sowing seeds, it's doing the cleanup. It's how this little kitty cat, so cute, is licking its paw. It's taking care of business. It's in the garden, it's planted its seeds and it's going to reap its reward. It's going to reap its the flowers are blooming kind of thing. So, it's just important with the Queen of Swords energy to be cautiously optimistic, but also know that politeness and being honest with somebody is very important. So when you meet somebody and they're not like your vibe, you can be polite about it. You don't have to ghost people. I think being emotionally honest with people you meet is very important in these days, because ghosting people can be very destructive. And it's also emotionally immature to ghost people. All right. It's very hurtful to the person you ghost. Now, I'm not saying that people don't deserve it sometimes. I get that. And there's no judgment for you if you do. Okay. I'm just saying the consequences of ghosting people is that person, sometimes it really does affect people's, psyche. So be aware of that. Be aware that, harsh words said over the internet or in a bar, you can be that one person who says that one thing that might make this person, not be able to open up to people for 3 years, So, be compassionate when you're opening up your boundaries to people, when you're being in receivership of possibility of letting people in. This is for friends, this is romantic, this is in every area of your life, because I feel like there's a lot of different energies here. Okay, so tell me more about what we're being prepared for. Tell me more. We have the Four of Cups. Okay, tell me more about this. I feel like oh, wow. We have the High Priestess. Okay. Look at this kitty. Looks thrilled. Okay. I understand that you may not be super happy about this right now. Like, I'm being prepared for more drama in my life. No. You're being prepared for real relationships. Happy, fulfilling relationships. Not things you're going to regret. You're learning how to manifest those by sharpening your tools of discernment, okay, about the ability to read people, because you're going to attract people who are not good for you. We all do, okay? But as you learn more ways to discern energy and you start to trust yourself more, those energies will not be as many, and you will begin to attract your vibe, your tribe, okay? The high priestess. You will begin to see through the truth of people. You'll be able to feel their energy. And I feel like you guys, this hasn't been easy, because I feel like you've had a lot of heartbreak with people. People have constantly disappointed you. There may be trauma here as well. This isn't a reading on that, but it's made you gun shy with people. And I get that. I get that. This Queen of Swords has been through a lot. Like, she's ready to cut people off. You may have cut quite a few people off. Maybe because you had to, or they cut you off, but whatever it is, some of you guys are isolated, and you're having to kind of rebuild a family situation or rebuild a friend group, and it's scary because you feel isolated and alone. You feel like you're alone, and I feel like you don't realize how strong you are. You're very strong because you've done these things, and you're actually the kind of person that many people want in their life. Because you've done things that other people haven't done. You've healed in ways, and you are healing in ways that other people want to heal in, okay? So you have a lot of wisdom here with the Eight of Pentacles. I understand that you're not happy about this, but as human beings, we cannot live in isolation forever. We have to return to our tribe. We have to return to the land of the living. You cannot live in the underworld forever, my dear. Not even Persephone herself could do that. She had to return, to the upper realms. So let's get some more cards for you. What else do we have for my group 2? What else do we have? What are they being prepared for? That's a lot of cards, but we'll see. We'll see. Tell me what my group 2 is being prepared for. We have, it feels good to be lost in the right direction. So I feel like many of you guys have kind of like put up this energy of, I don't really know where I'm going anymore. Maybe at one point you did. But there's this energy of chaos. Like, I give in to the chaos of whatever magical thing is happening in my life, whatever's manifesting. And I'm just going to allow it to happen. It's like a surrender here. It feels good to be lost in the right direction. I feel like that where you're heading is positive, and you have absolutely no idea how you're going to get there. And I feel like that is an open door. That is a good place to be. Okay? Let's see. We have angel number 666. You're about to start meeting people to connect and love deeply. Yeah, there are people with this unity card. There are people about to come into your life, important people who will understand you. See, I feel like you may feel like this is very difficult. Like, it's going to be difficult for people to get to know you. It's going to be difficult to bring them in. It's going to be difficult. All this is hard. All this is, I feel like this is not going to be fun for me. And quite the contrary, my dear. It's going to be very fun. You're going to enjoy this. You're going to enjoy having these people in your life. Okay. It's not going to be drama. It's not going to be like, I meant this 4 of Cups, not the 9 of Cups. This 4 of Cups, they look like, I don't want to do this. I'd rather not. I think it's going to be more fun than what you think. Tell me more about what's manifesting here. We have angel number 888. This is a symbol of abundance. Money is about to appear in your life. See, I feel like this is the result of this like just allowing the universe to manifest whatever. Like, I'm going with the flow now. Like, I get it. I get that I'm in the right direction. I have no idea how it's going to manifest. And it's as if at that moment when we surrender and we start just receiving, the universe is like, okay, well, we're just going to activate this, and we're going to bring it in the best way we can, as quickly as we can, with what we got. And you start seeing movement. You start seeing things getting better and getting better. We have, you are swimming against the current, swim with the flow. I just talked about flow. And I feel like that, if some of you guys haven't seen movement, this is how you get in flow. Okay? You just trust that you are moving in the right direction. Okay? Because you are. It doesn't mean you necessarily feel like it. This is about trust. Didn't we have like, maybe that was the first group. You may be drawn to the first group, okay? Because there is energy here about learning to trust, like learning to trust yourself. And that was in the first group too. Learning to trust that you're going in the right direction and allowing it to just happen, receiving it. We have, be careful how you talk to yourself. You are listening, okay? I get it. I get that, when you've let go of a lot of bad things, when you've had people treat you like trash, that gets in your head, that negative self-talk. And I feel like part of what's going on with you is you're working through this. Many of you have, some of you are still going through it, but you're working through this and you're becoming aware of how you treat yourself. And I got to tell you, when everyone gives up on you, and I've been here where like almost everyone in my life gave up on me when I was really, really sick. My doctors were like, this is hopeless. Like there's just not a whole lot we can do. And people around me when I was really sick, and I don't blame them. It looked hopeless. I was very sick, and you start talking to yourself about how hopeless it is, and it feeds itself. And one of the first things, I did a lot of first things, but one of the first things I did was I started asking for the awareness of my negative self-talk that was keeping me in bed, that was keeping me from realizing my potential, that I could possibly recover in some kind of way, recover a life that's better than what I was living. Okay. I didn't have aspirations of being a marathon runner, but I did have aspirations of being functional. Okay. And I feel like asking for awareness from your angels, ancestors, whatever you work with, is very powerful because they'll give it to you. You'll start to become aware of how you beat yourself up all the time. And all of us do it because as children, we retain a lot of that negative imprint from our parents, from school, from everyday life. We pick up on it and it becomes these programs that we run in our head. And when you become aware of it, once you become aware of it, you can grab hold of it and you can start to release it and understand where it came from. You can understand why it comes up. You can start diving deep into it and then you can release it. So it's really powerful. I'm going to take all these cards, okay? We have pay attention to the signs no matter how small, okay? It's really important, especially these numbers, 666 and 888. When you see those numbers, pay attention, okay? Because the universe, your angels, your guides are preparing you, okay? They're preparing you for these people to come into your life. And some of these people, they may have opportunities for money attached to them, for opportunities for jobs, opportunities for collaborations, opportunities for you to express your inspiration, opportunities for deep relationships, opportunities to build family ties. If you don't have family ties, this is a group that may be one that you can build family ties. Family ties are built over time. Remember that, okay? It is not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you are not. We are, again, talking about the negative self-talk here. This is being healed, okay? This is part of what has held you back. Sorry, my tongue's heavy. I've been medicated today. This is part of what's held you back from being able to embrace people. Is this a negative self-talk? They don't really want to know me. I get this. This comes from trauma a lot of times. I can't trust that they really want to know me. What do they want from me? People don't just want to know me. They usually want something from me. So what do they want from me? And it's important to not let that energy be the first energy that people meet from you, because that's really not who you are. That's a boundary. That is a shield. That is something that you have that has kept you safe from harm in the past. But now you're more healed and you don't need that. You don't need to wear that armor because you're trying to connect with people on a deeper level. And when people feel that energy, whether you say it or not, They're like, ooh, it feels cold. It feels like, ooh, they don't want me here. They don't want to know me. And the truth is that group 2, you need people. Okay, you do need people in your life. And the last one here is angel number 333. Before you love anyone, you have to love yourself first. Okay, and that is what you're being prepared for. Like, you are being prepared in, like, I'm seeing like a sea of self-love. Learning to love yourself, learning to forgive yourself, taking better care of yourself, doing some self-care, doing some self-investment, because there are people coming into your life who are going to invest in you emotionally. But in order for you to bring your boundaries into a really balanced place, in order for you to have good discernment and enough confidence to apply the discernment, there is some healing you have to do of yourself. There's some self-care. There's some balancing of your energy. There's some healing of this negative self-talk that has to happen. And many of you are going through that. That's what the preparation is. You're healing this. And that's what's happening now. And for some of you, it doesn't feel great. It's hard. It's hard work, because a lot of these programs, these tapes that are being run in your subconscious, they come from like root chakra stuff, like trauma and emotional neglect and things like that, which that's not what this reading is about. But if you know, you know. And the outcome of that is that you allow people who are good for you into your life. You get the love and the fulfilling relationships that really help you move towards a time in your life that is more prosperous, that's more blessed. It allows people to bring you resources of money and opportunities to express yourself in healthy ways, in loving ways, in ways that bring you a happy and fulfilling life. So, group 2, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected the sun, this is going to be your reading all about what are you being prepared for. Now, the sun card is the most positive card in the deck, and this one is just beautiful. This is about confidence. It's a beacon. It's being a beacon of positivity, of optimism, of hope, being very confident, having all eyes on you. It's a Leo energy, a Leo vibe. It also can be about fertility. So let's see what other cards come out for you. I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Ask Your Angels, and we're going to find out what you're being prepared for. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, give me 3 cards from my group 3. Tell me, what are they being prepared for? I feel like there is also this magnetic energy for group 3. Tell me about this magnetic positive energy that I feel for group 3. What are they being prepared for? What is my group 3 being prepared for? I'm feeling this card, and this card. Okay. All right. Romance, trust, and reconsider. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull, let's see. I'm going to pull one of these cards. I feel like there's a couple of messages here, to be honest. So I'm going to pull a few more cards for you guys, because I feel a lot of very bright energy with you. Tell me more about what my group 3 is being prepared for. There's something you need to reconsider. Okay. There's an issue of trust here, and there is the romance card. So I feel like we have possibly 3 different energies that you're being prepared for. It feels big. The sun card always feels big, though. It always feels big. Okay, I'm going to take this one. We have creation. Let's see. We have this one. Okay. We have justice. I'm going to take, nope, not the top, this one. Okay, and we have protection. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull from another deck. I'm going to pull 3 more cards. Tell me more about the situation. Tell me more about these 3 issues. Now, you may align with one of these issues. You may align with all 3. Okay? Okay, tell me more about these 3 issues for my group 3. It makes sense. 3, 3. 3, 3 may be a number of alignment for you guys. You also may be aligned with Ascended Masters, or 33 may be a meaningful number on some level for you guys. I'm honestly feeling these 2 cards. Yes, honestly, and that card. Okay. It's weird when they have me pull cards right beside each other, but that's what we did. We have Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. We have Crystal Skull wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. We have Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. Okay. All right. So I feel like there is some adjustments I need to do in the pull here. So I feel like we have justice in romance. We have protection and trust, and we have creation in this reconsider. The Holy Grail feels like this goes with this reconsider, creation, Holy Grail. The Crystal Skull wisdom, high vibrational energy. It feels like this is romance, and the Arcturian light codes, recalling power, feels like this trust energy. Okay, let's go into some tarot. Okay, tell me about the romance. What are we being prepared for in romance? Justice. Okay. High clarity. Clarity in your love life. Okay. Divine healing, heart chakra, root chakra. Okay. And this is going to be expressed in a higher kind of connection. So if you're with somebody who you're deeply in love with, I feel like, okay, they want me to switch decks. Okay. I feel like this relationship is going to go to a deeper level, a higher vibrational state. Is what I'm hearing. If you aren't with somebody, I feel like you're being prepared for a new relationship. Okay, a high vibrational relationship. Tell me about this relationship. Tell me about this person. Tell me about it. Okay, I'm going to take the top and the bottom. I'm going to take this card right here. Okay. We have the King of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the King of Cups. Oh my. Okay, you may have 2 people coming towards you. Okay, each of them with a message. All right, we have the King of Wands, which is fire. Charismatic, can be overconfident, funny, flirty, attractive, hot even, can be a little bit of a player. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have the Sun card, Leo energy. Could be you as well. We have the King of Cups, which is a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Romantic, okay, romantic, compassionate, charismatic, but in a very different way than the wands, than the fire, okay. This is charming. Someone who's charming, someone who is like, okay, I feel someone who's dynamic here, someone who's charming. Now, I'm feeling like this could be one person, okay, also. Like, this could be a charming and dynamic person who's also very romantic, okay? And if this is one person, I feel like they are very dynamic in the romantic area, if you know what I'm saying. Ooh, good for you. Good for you. Page of Swords, this is telling me like it's almost like they're in your energy. You may be with this person, or they are desiring contact. They're desiring to send you a message with this bird on a sword here and this cat with their open mouth here. Like they're wanting to send you a message. Tell me about this. Okay, we're going to switch to a different tarot deck. Tell me about the message they want to send. I want to know about this message. Let's tell us about this message. What is this person? What are their intentions? We have justice here. What's going on with this person? Tell me about this. Romance. this high vibrational person. It makes sense that this would be the King of Wands and the King of Cups because it is high vibrational. They feel divinely guided. The moon. This person is following their intuition in this connection. They feel intuitively guided to you. The Seven of Cups, Nessie. Okay, so I feel like they feel a little overwhelmed by your energy, but they feel divinely guided. We have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like they also feel like they may not have enough to offer, or they feel like they may not be enough. I feel intimidation here. Look at this beautiful energy of Virgo justice. You may be a Virgo. They may be a Virgo. Earth sign energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I had to grasp that for a minute. But there may be a level of intimidation here as well from this person. You and them intimidated by approaching you. Because I feel like your energy may be a little bit more ascended or high vibrational than theirs. But they feel led. They feel guided, despite them maybe not feeling like they're enough for you or they can offer you what you want. Some of them, I'm hearing the word bewitched. They feel bewitched, or like they're being guided to you, almost like they can't help but come towards you. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, that's a beautiful energy. They feel like you're their person. Like they could be happy with you. Like this could be a very happy and committed relationship. All right. So it's really powerful. That's part of what you're being prepared for as far as like what's going on with you now. Like, okay, so that's what I want to get into. How is my group 3 being prepared for this person right now? Like, what are they going through right now that is preparing them for this person? Tell me about what they're going through. Angels are healing you. So you're being healed in the romance department. There's something about either this could be your relationship right now, where your person's feeling like they're not enough because of what's going on. We have fire element, brave, passionate, confident, desire. Okay, so if you're in a relationship or not, you may be dealing with the realities of your desire, your desirability. Perhaps you haven't been feeling like your person wants you, or you haven't been feeling like you're desirable. Maybe you're uncomfortable with your attraction or elements within that, and it's being healed, and it's being connected. It's connected to your heart chakra. And I feel like with the Four of Pentacles that if you're in a relationship, your person understands the delicate nature of it and isn't quite sure what to do about it, but wants to help you with it. You don't have to be in a boxing ring to be a champion. There's the intimidation element. Like someone is feeling your power here in the romance department. Like they know you're powerful. No joke. They know you're absolutely powerful. I feel guided to take 2. We have angel number 555. This challenging phase in your life is about to pass. Okay, so there's healing coming for you. You're probably in a healing phase if this particular message resonates for you. Our backs tell the story. No books have the spine to carry. Many of you guys are healing trauma. Okay, I'm not going to get into the trauma, but you're healing trauma. Okay, and that guides me into this trust. You have trust issues. And it doesn't necessarily mean it comes from the romance department, but it feels like some of you guys have trust issues that have to do with this romance situation. And it also has to do with this reconsider life purpose situation over here. So trust. The universe is wanting you to know that you're in a state of protection. Okay, we have nebula, helix, eye of God, protection. The universe has their eye on you. The angels, your ancestors, whatever you work with is keeping a firm eye on you. Okay, and I feel like that's what you're being prepared for, is the awareness that you are being watched literally by your angels. Like the hand of the divine is upon you. That awareness is powerful. When you begin to understand just how intricately connected to the divine you are, it really helps you form a trust. I feel like there are validations coming in that the universe has your back. You're formulating a relationship of trust with the universe and trust within yourself, so that you can form more intense relationships in romance and with the universe to move on to bigger picture things, because there is attraction energy moving through you. Some of you guys already have it. You've had it for a while, but things haven't gone the way you think they should. Well, because you're healing. You're still in a healing cycle. You have this magnetic energy going on. You're being prepared for it. You still have it. Just because it hasn't exploded doesn't mean you don't have it going on. But you're learning to trust. You're learning to trust your journey. You're learning to trust other people. You're learning to trust yourself. This seems to be a theme that's been going on in some of my readings for a while. We have the Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. Okay. Part of learning to trust is calling back your power from people who have betrayed your trust, people who have lied to you, people who have abused your trust, people who have disempowered you. Part of empowering yourself is reclaiming that and understanding how those things were stolen from you, how you lost your voice. Many of you were voiceless at some difficult times in your life, and not going to get into that. And now you're in this situation where you're understanding the connection between the loss of your voice, the loss of your presence, the loss of your ability to consent or not in any situation, and the connection to you, your inability to trust others, your inability to trust yourself, to protect yourself, to pick the right people, places, and things. The inability to trust can freeze you in life. It can keep you from being able to make powerful moves. It can keep you from being able to be fearless, in the face of fear. Being brave and being courageous, you have to learn how to trust. And once it's violated at a very core level, a root chakra level, that's injured your heart complex, it can take time to build this relationship. And I feel like the eye of God here with protection, that's part of what's being gone on with you. You're being prepared for literally the eye of God with the sun shining down on you, illuminating you to people, places, and things. And in order for this to come through clearly, you must learn to trust the eye of God. You must learn to trust the energy that's being put upon you, that it has good intentions, okay? That it's a good process, all right? That it's well-meaning. Okay, tell me more about this energy. Tell me more about this trust process. Tell me more about what we're being prepared for in group 3 with this trust process. Tell me more about it. I want to take this one because it's weird. I'm not taking any reversals, so the deck's upside down. Page of Wands, Necromancer. I feel with this like returning from the dead. Like you thought that you would never be able to trust anything or anyone again. And it's like returning from the dead. The land of the living, returning to the land of the living, where your faith in humanity, your faith in yourself, your faith in others is restored. Calling back your power is very powerful. The Ten of Cups, Leviathan. Now, moving to a place of emotional fulfillment because you have made a conscious choice to trust, okay? Trusting God, trusting Spirit, trusting yourself. Moving towards those positive things, moving away from the negative. Doesn't mean that you're oppressing it, doesn't mean you're suppressing the negativity. It just means you're choosing to move towards the people who have proven that they're there for you. How do you know you can trust them? Because they've been there for you when no one has. If you don't have people who have been there for you when no one has, then it's time for you to open the doors up for people you know you can trust. Okay, you may have been drawn to group 2. If you have, there may be something there for you. Okay, one more card here. We have the Queen of Cups. This is an energy here of someone who has really done a lot of healing of their heart chakra. Okay, this is someone who is intuitively very aligned with their deeper sense of intuition and consciousness, someone who is very compassionate to others and self, who trusts, you trust your compassionate intuition and empathy, and you move in ways that support that. This is someone who holds space for self, okay? And has learned the power of their own discernment, and being prepared to understand that this illuminating energy is not given to everyone. It isn't. It just isn't. And you're being given this energy for a reason. You're being prepared for this energy for a reason, which is column 3. Okay, we have reconsider, we have creation, and we have holy grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. Okay, tell me about this energy. What are we reconsidering? We have the Hierophant. Okay, some of you guys have felt like you were guided to do something bigger in your life. And along your journey with this illuminating energy, you have started to doubt. The Magician. We have the Hierophant and the Magician. Okay, big, big energy with the Sun. You have felt like you were guided to do something bigger, maybe art, maybe writing, maybe a healer, maybe start a business, maybe start a world takeover. It's a huge energy. But you have felt some of this illuminating sun energy, but it hasn't exploded. Okay? So you've been in doubt. You've been reconsidering. You've been like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not the powerful, creative force I think I am. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong, So you've been in a state of this reflection. And we have the Tower here. Tell me about this Tower. Tell me about this Tower. Okay, we have the Lovers. Okay, tell me more about this Tower. Tell me more about the Tower. I pulled 2. I'm going to take them. We have Death and the 5 of Swords. Okay, so you're resisting this self-knowledge, okay? This knowledge of self, okay? I understand for some of you, this big energy, this big eyes on you energy is very overwhelming. Okay, when you really start thinking about this, and some of you guys have gotten in your head about it, you've really started thinking about what it means to be illuminated, to be self-illuminated, what it means to have all eyes on you, what it means to be a leader, to stand out among other people, to actually get what you manifested, what it's actually going to mean with this Tower, how things are going to change. What it means to be the knowledge of self with the Lovers. What I'm getting here is the intense knowledge of self and your intense knowledge of your connection with the eye of God, with the divine, and how that is going to make you stand out, how your knowledge, how whatever this expression is of this big energy, how it's going to change things with death here. And there's resistance. You're resisting it. Okay, because it's not because you're running from it. It is because you understand this energy. You understand how big it is. And I'll tell you, that's why you're being given this pathway. Because you get it. You understand the responsibility. You understand the heaviness of this mantle. You understand that what you have to say and how you say it affects people. It can affect a lot of people. And it has consequences for people. It has consequences for you. And many of them are good, okay? But you have very good intentions. And you take this pathway very seriously, and you're being prepared for it on multiple levels, okay? That's what the trust is about. That's what this romance is about. Because listen, to do this level of work, you have got to have people in your corner, okay? You have got to have at least a small circle of people you can depend on to be honest with you, okay? People who have your back, okay? People who understand your struggle, okay? And I want to go more into this resistance with the Five of Swords, okay? So tell me about this resistance. I feel like there's a letting go of the resistance that's happening. The Emperor and the Page of Swords, okay? So I'm feeling like you are going to overcome this resistance. You're going to come to a sense of peace and clarity with the resistance. You're going to understand that this pathway is going to unfold naturally. And I feel it's going to unfold in a very peaceful way. I just feel like there is a lot of tranquility. The word tranquility is coming forth. And I just feel like because you have felt the sun energy off and on for a while, it may have given you anxiety because it feels big, okay? It feels a little overwhelming. You may have been feeling like, I can't do this shit. I can't do it. I can't do this. Don't ask me to do it, you know? So you resisted it. And I feel like Spirit wants you to open up to the idea that this can unfold in a very tranquil and peaceful and calm manner. It doesn't have to be chaotic like you've been experiencing. Open up to the idea that the universe will unfold this in a peaceful and graceful way. That it doesn't have to rock your world. It doesn't have to be a horrific tower moment. Tower moments can be graceful. I know that sounds crazy, but a tower can fall in a graceful way. Okay, it doesn't have to be a speeding bullet. It can be a slow, graceful kind of fall that you see coming, that you know is happening. I don't feel like it's negative. I feel like the tower is internal and it has to do with the resistance falling. Okay, I feel like you're going to stop resisting it and you're going to take control. Because there's validations coming through. There's messages of validations of what you do, of your gifts and abilities. And here we have commitment. And I feel like this commitment, I feel it in like the area of romance. I feel like you're going to have people, for some of you, a romantic partner who eventually is going to commit to you or will commit to you. That's a whole other reading. Okay, I've done some marriage videos. You can watch those, whatever. And you'll have friends, you'll have a group of people, maybe a small group, maybe bigger, whatever, who commit to you as friends, like they have your back, okay? For others, this is you committing to your cause, committing to the sun, whatever the sun is for you, committing to it, letting go of the resistance and allowing the universe to flow in a peaceful and calm manner, understanding that the resistance itself feeds the chaos. Hear me again. The resistance itself is feeding the chaos. So if you get in flow and you get in your workflow, you get in your happy flow, you rest as you're called to, you work as you're called to. Now we all have to make a living. So, parentheses that we all have to make a living. So, do as you need to. But as far as this thing, this sun thing, you surrender to your flow. You work as you're guided. You rest. You play. You live your life and allow the universe to do its magical thing. You will begin to see the sun absolutely explode into a portal of light in your life. And you will be illuminated in the areas that you desire. And for some of you, it will be more intense than others. But the illumination itself will be calm. It will be warm. It will be inviting. I need you to open up to the ideas of the sun being a safety, a place of safety, a place of warmth, and not necessarily a place of glaring light. Okay, because I feel like some of you guys may be a little afraid of it, of this illumination. Okay, it's okay to be afraid of being happy. Okay, because the sun is a very happy card. And if you've had a lot of trauma, You can be afraid of being happy. You can find yourself running from it, resisting it. And, you know, it's okay for you to sit down and have that conversation with yourself. That's like, I acknowledge that I'm running from happiness. You're running from happiness because it's weird and strange to you because you haven't felt it very much, because you've had a tough life. And I understand that. Also understand it's okay for you to be uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable with being happy, that's okay. Don't push it away because you're uncomfortable. Just be in that uncomfortable, happy energy. It won't take you very long to adapt, all right? Because it's happiness, it's joyful, and you're meant to live a happy, fulfilled, joyful life. All right, group 3? Okay, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.